Sister Wives restructure after Garrison Brown's death. Dear loves, welcome to USA Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Since the tragic loss of Garrison Brown, Sister Wives fans are calling for TLC to revisit the way the show looks. Unfortunately, seeing one of the Brown family members commit suicide has rocked the boat and made some fans ready to stop watching the show. Alternately, there are suggestions for a restructuring that could give the family a fresh start after a horrific death. Garrison Brown's death causes mixed emotions about Sister Wives. After the gut-wrenching news of Garrison Brown's death, many fans have rallied around the Brown family to show support. Undeniably, with 18 seasons of Sister Wives under their belt, the world has seen the family grow up right before their eyes. Although some are eager to know how the family is doing, others call for the show's cancellation entirely. However, before Garrison's passing, the Browns were already filming season 19. With this in mind, some fans are asking for a middle ground. They want to see better conditions for children and mental health on set. Likewise, several feel it is time for a complete restructuring of the show. Discussing restructure ideas, on Reddit, one Sister Wives viewer began a thread discussing changes after Garrison Brown's passing. First, they say ideas for how to restructure the Sister Wives show. Then the user offered a plethora of ideas for keeping Sister Wives, but revamping the show as fans know it. Namely, the ideas surrounding different family members using their skills and talents to continue while still offering family updates. For instance, Christine Brown and David Woolley buying and flipping houses. Additionally, the fans suggested the spotlight for awareness for Janelle Brown to talk about life after Garrison and the grieving process. Furthermore, following pieces of Mary Brown's life and even Cody and Robyn Brown having some of the limelight. One fan says, let's hope they use it as a platform to spread awareness about mental health. Some believe the market for house flipping is already saturated. Additionally, another fan adds, I don't want to watch a home show, I just want to see them fight. Fans continue the conversation of Sister Wives after Garrison Brown's death. After the initial ideas were suggested, other Sister Wives viewers chimed in on what the show should look like after losing such a precious soul like Garrison Brown. Several called for legislation to stop child exploitation. Others felt the show had run its course and people needed to stand up by not watching it anymore. However, some were in agreement that they loved the Brown family and would appreciate seeing the show continue with the possibility of a new format. Nothing is cute, fun, or funny about any of these people anymore. Their plague lifestyle, or whatever killed someone the show was a bunch of lies. Anyway, good riddance to all of them, and may that poor boy rest in peace. Legislation that protects children from being exploited on reality shows. Not interested in anything more from TLC. Some believe there should be fewer episodes since Garrison Brown's suicide. I think maybe they should just do yearly specials for a bit to just wrap up the show, catch up from the past year at an all-family event. I not only want to see but actually half expect a Christine/David spin-off featuring frequent appearances by Janelle and at least some of the kids. I would watch that. I love the house flipping idea. Janelle can work as the listing agent, Aspen's husband can build cabinets, and maybe some of the adult children can pop as to help with projects every once in a while. What do you think? Should the Sister Wives series continue? Do you want to see a restructure? Will you watch season 19? Continue the conversation in the comments of ideas you think would honor Garrison Brown. Sister Wives, Janelle Brown's youngest child breaks silence on Garrison's death. Tributes for Janelle Brown's son Garrison Brown continue to pour in weeks after his death, with the latest coming from his little sister Savannah. The youngest of Sister Wives stars Janelle and ex-husband Cody Brown's brood recently addressed her older brother's demise in an emotional post. Savannah reflected on his passing, revealing that she still struggles with Garrison's absence. Janelle Brown's baby girl is having a hard time following her brother's death. On Monday, Savannah broke her social media silence with her first post since Garrison passed away from an apparent suicide on March 5. She touched the hearts of her Instagram followers with an honest review of her feelings alongside 3 images of the deceased. The first captured a young Garrison holding a baby, presumably his youngest sibling. Meanwhile, the remaining slides were more recent images of the late 25-year-old posing in picturesque sceneries. His grieving sister poured out her broken heart in the post caption, sharing how she is still coming to terms with Garrison's death. 2 weeks ago, on Tuesday, March 5, my older brother Garrison took his own life, she began, adding, I'm having a hard time understanding it. But I know now, more than anything, that my brother Garrison is no longer in any more pain. Savannah is frequently reminded of her beloved brother, Savannah confessed that it has not been easy dealing with her brother's death, as his absence frequently haunts her. Every time I see a car that looks like his on the road, I briefly wonder if it's him on his way home from work before I am reminded that he is gone, she continued. Additionally, the media personality remembers Garrison whenever she makes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or looks up at the night sky. Given the way he passed, it was no surprise that she also penned a plea to those struggling with their mental health. I deeply hope that anyone who may be reading this never underestimates how big of a hole their loss would leave, Savannah stressed, adding, she doubled down on her plea for those in similar situations like Garrison to get the help they need by concluding her emotional post with the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline's phone number. Savannah's post generated several supportive messages from her followers, including proud mother Janelle. The matriarch sweetly penned, "I love this baby girl," while other fans dropped more profound reactions. One IG user shared, "I am so sorry. Savannah red heart emoji Garrison, love you so much. He was sick and didn't understand he would leave you heartbroken. I'm confident had he known about the devastation you'd feel, he would have kept going. My heart goes out to you. The two of you had a sweet relationship. Thank you for sharing your pain and grief. You are not alone. Ever. You were brave for sharing today," the fan concluded. Another echoed, "I'm so sorry. America grieves with you." Janelle Browns' oldest daughter shared an important message about mental health. Savannah's touching reflection on her brother's death comes at the heels of her sister, Maddie's post about the negative impacts of social media on Garrison. She addressed the matter in a candid Instagram video on Monday. Maddie began by thanking her followers for the outpouring of support she received following Garrison's death. However, their love didn't overshadow the cons of social media, especially when it came to mental health. Mental health is so important, and I don't think we talk about it enough. And I don't think we do enough to bring awareness, she stressed before reflecting on how it had affected her late brother. In her words, Maddie claims social media negatively influenced Garrison. In her message, Maddie explained that social media isn't real as people mostly shared highlights of their best moments online. While she noted that self-reflection is crucial for those unhappy with their circumstances, it shouldn't involve comparison with internet personas. Shedding more light on how her late brother had been a victim of comparison, the 28-year-old added Garrison used to feel like he wasn't doing enough because he was comparing himself to things on social media, and I don't think that it's real, and I think we need to remember that, she continued. So if you're ever feeling down on yourself because you see somebody post something, remember it's their highlight reel, and you don't see all the stuff going on in the background. Sister Wives star Garrison Brown's sister Savannah still having a hard time understanding his death. Sister Wives star Garrison Brown's sister Savannah Brown got candid about how she's navigated the loss of her brother. 2 weeks ago, on Tuesday, March 5, my older brother Garrison took his own life. He was 25, Savannah, 19, captioned an Instagram slideshow on Monday, March 19. I'm having a hard time understanding it, but I know now, more than anything, that my brother Garrison is no longer in any more pain. Savannah went on to note that she often sees signs of Garrison in her everyday life. Every time I see a car that looks like his on the road, I briefly wonder if it's him on his way home from work before I am reminded that he is gone, she wrote. When I make PB&Js, I am reminded of him. When I look out at the night sky, he is there. Savannah concluded her post by stating that she hopes anyone who may be reading this never underestimates how big of a hole their loss would leave, adding, persevere, for the sake of your family, for the sake of your friends, for the sake of the ones who love you. Savannah's post featured a childhood pic of a young Garrison holding her as a baby, as well as recent shots from his travels. The siblings are two of Cody Brown and Janelle Brown's 6 children, including Logan, 29, Maddie, 27, Hunter, 27, and Gabriel, 22. Janelle, 54, and Cody, 55, announced Garrison's death in a joint Instagram statement earlier this month after an apparent suicide. He was a bright spot in the lives of all who knew him. Our loss will leave such a big hole in our lives that it takes our breath away, the exes wrote alongside snaps of their son on March 5. We ask that you please respect our privacy and join us in honoring his memory. A police report obtained by Us Weekly not long after revealed that Janelle was concerned about Garrison following a text he sent to people who work with the Brown family, which read, I want to hate you for sharing the good times, but I can't. I miss these days. Upon learning of the text, she asked her children to check in on Garrison. Cabrillo reportedly found his brother's body in his Flagstaff, Arizona home. Several Sister Wives stars have since paid tribute to Janelle and Cody's late son. Christine Brown called Garrison a wonderful, caring brother in an Instagram tribute, while Mary Brown wrote that Sister Wives star Garrison Brown's sister Savannah still having a hard time understanding his death. By Paige Strout, March 19, 2024. Click to share on Facebook, opens a new window. Click to share on Twitter, opens a new window. Courtesy of Janelle Browns /Instagram. Sister Wives star Garrison Brown's sister Savannah Brown got candid about how she's navigated the loss of her brother. 2 weeks ago, on Tuesday, March 5, my older brother Garrison took his own life. He was 25, Sadhana, 19, captioned an Instagram slideshow on Monday, March 19. I'm having a hard time understanding it, but I know now, more than anything, that my brother Garrison is no longer in any more pain. Savannah went on to note that she often sees signs of Garrison in her everyday life. Every time I see a car that looks like his on the road, I briefly wonder if it's him on his way home from work before I am reminded that he is gone, she wrote. When I make PB&Js, I am reminded of him. When I look out at the night sky, he is there. Savannah concluded her post by stating that she hopes anyone who may be reading this never underestimates how big of a hole their loss would leave, adding, persevere, for the sake of your family, for the sake of your friends, for the sake of the ones who love you. Related, Sister Wives Cody and Janelle Brown's family, Guide to 6 Kids. Savannah's post featured a childhood pic of a young Garrison holding her as a baby, as well as recent shots from his travels. The siblings are 2 of Cody Brown and Janelle Brown's 6 children, including Logan, 29, Maddie, 27, Hunter, 27, and Gabriel, 22. Garrison was laid to rest during a March 9 funeral, which his half-sister Janelle Browns said marked the first time in years their entire family got together. I think that ultimately, obviously, Garrison would have been happy by that, Janelle, who is one of Cody and Christine's 6 kids, said in a March 12 Patreon video. The thing I know about Garrison is he wouldn't have wanted us all to stop living our life and stop doing what we need to do and what we want to do. Maddie revealed in a Monday, March 18, Instagram video that mental health played a major role in Garrison's death. I don't think we talk about it enough. I don't think we do enough to bring awareness. It wasn't bullying. It wasn't a lack of love that Garrison had. It was mental health, she told her followers. And I am going to continue talking about mental health and self-care until I'm blue in the face because I don't think it's talked about enough in a way that people understand it. Sister Wives Savannah's heartbreaking words about Garrison leaves fans in tears. Sister Wives star Garrison is no more and Browns aren't able to let go of his tragic death. They are mourning the loss of him and clearly are having a hard time accepting the truth. Amid all this, Savannah was the one who didn't have any word about his brother's death on social media until now. She recently took to Instagram and poured her heart out. Savannah's heartbreaking words ended up leaving fans in tears. What did she say as she finds Sister Wives? Savannah pours her heart out in her emotional post for Garrison. Sister Wives star Garrison is known to be the best brother. He always looked out for his sisters and supported them. Hence, the celeb seemingly shared a great bond with Savannah as well. The latter finally decided to pour her heart out on Instagram, and viewers were able to feel her pain because of her heartbreaking words. Savannah shared a carousel of Garrison's pictures that brought tears to everyone's eyes. The first one was a throwback snap in which baby Garrison held newborn Savannah in his arms. The celeb then started off her caption and revealed that her older brother ended up taking his own life on Tuesday, March 5. She admitted that she was having a hard time in understanding it as he was just 25 years old. But Savannah believes that at least Garrison is no longer in pain. However, she isn't able to forget him at all. The celeb narrated how small things remind her of her brother. As per Janelle's daughter, whenever she makes PB&Js, looks up at the sky, or even sees a car similar to Garrison's, she is instantly reminded of the departed soul. This heartwarming caption evidently moved Janelle. She took to the comment section and wrote, "I love this baby girl." Hence, it is evident that this mother-daughter duo is struggling to move on from Garrison's death. Sister Wives Savannah Brown spreads awareness about suicide. Sister Wives star Savannah Brown now knows the pain of losing someone really close. But it appeared to be more heartbreaking when she realized that her elder brother had taken his own, and it was his decision to end his life. Hence, the star kid clearly doesn't want anyone else to undergo this pain and is raising awareness among her viewers regarding it. In Savannah's lengthy caption, she hoped that everyone who was reading her caption knew their worth. She explained how everyone should realize that their absence would leave big of a hole in the world. The Star Kid begged all of her viewers to persevere for the sake of their family, friends, and loved ones. Savannah concluded her caption by adding the number National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 1-800-273-8255. Several viewers took to the comment section and praised Savannah for raising awareness regarding this crucial subject even during such a painful era of her life. They further showed their support for the Brown family. Sister Wives starred Garrison Brown. Sibling says, social media hurt his self-esteem. Garrison Brown was negatively affected by social media before his death, and it impacted his own sense of self-worth. This according to one of his siblings. A sister Wives star's actual sister, Madison Brown Brush, hopped online to post an emotional video reflecting on her brother's untimely passing, and she spoke a lot about his mental health struggles, while also acknowledging pointing to mental health convos at large. Maddie explains her brother was battling issues internally and even says he felt he wasn't doing enough with his life. Using social media as a comparison point, she also says something pretty poignant, namely, social media isn't real. Maddie goes on to explain how she and the rest of the family have been dealing with Garrison's suicide, describing how difficult it's been finding a new sense of normal. She urged her followers to remember that social media is just a snapshot into someone's life. It doesn't show everything. Remember, Garrison's loved ones say he seemed perfectly happy online, having just adopted a new cat days before he died by suicide. Maddie goes on to say that she's going to continue putting a spotlight on mental health and sends a message to people who might be battling demons, telling them that if they're not feeling fulfilled with how they're spending their time, they gotta change that ASAP. We broke the story. Garrison was found deceased in his Flagstaff, Arizona home earlier in March. Flagstaff PD told us that no foul play is suspected, as Garrison appeared to have suffered from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.